Chris, and I want to do this Game of Thrones Season 6 video based on the footage HBO released yesterday, and this was a behind-the-scenes video they released about their special effects department, specifically their prosthetics department, and it showed a lot of good White Walker footage on how they did the White Walker makeup, prosthetics, etc. So if you're interested in that type of behind-the-scenes stuff, I'll leave a link to that video itself in the description below. But they snuck in a few Season 6 images here, and I want to talk about those really quickly because they could have huge implications for our story. Shot here of the White Walkers in front of a green screen. This is the new Night's King. This could be the scene where they shot Bran's vision, where he runs into the Night's King, whether that's the future or past, we don't really know yet. But you get to this shot here and you see somebody applying makeup and fixing the hair of this White Walker. And what's interesting here is not the White Walker or his pretty flowing hair. This background looks to be like a lot of roots, and there's only one place in our story we know that has walls of roots, and that is the cave system that Bran and bloodraven's in. This has huge implications. Actually, there's been a debate going on for years and years about what bloodraven's up to, what his real story is, what his end game is, whose side is he on? Is he on the side of the White Walkers? Is he on the side of mankind? But this indicates they're in the werewood.net cave system. Now, if you look at this picture by itself, you can still deduce, okay, he's there to say visit bloodraven. Perhaps they're meeting up to discuss plans, but then again, who's working for who if they're on the same side? Is bloodraven working for the others, or are the others working for bloodraven? Now, they could just be stopping by to have some coffee, or more specifically, a grande mocha choca mucka fucka latte. But then we have this picture. Now, this picture indicates something completely different. This is obviously a white. He's being put in makeup. You can see the camera they're filming. And if you look at this picture really quickly, you say, okay, it's a white busting through Hardhome. Look again, this background is not Hardhome. This is the same background essentially as the White Walker we just saw was in, where you have all the roots of the cave system that bloodraven and Bran are in. This is Hardhome. You can see the logs straight up and down, they're clear as day, and eventually this fence comes tumbling down anyway. This is a Season 6 episode, and it looks like to me that a white is busting through the cave at bloodraven's place. Now, you do have some snow falling, it seems, so this could be outside somewhere, but it also could be inside the cave if there's already other holes and shit in the walls. Now, of course, we know from the show and the books that the cave door is warded with magic and the whites can't get in. We saw the scene with Bran and Mira and Hodor getting into the cave, finally reaching bloodraven, and the whites could not follow them in. So this implies that they are not just there to visit and have that coffee, that they are actually attacking bloodraven and Bran. You know, because friends don't let friends' zombie pets just bust through your fucking walls. So if they're attacking bloodraven and Bran here, how can they fight? I mean, bloodraven's literally stuck in a tree. He's literally part of the tree. Now, Bran is not really stuck in there yet, so this could be the reason that he has to leave the cave. So how do the White Walkers know about bloodraven? Or are they there for the Children of the Forest? Obviously, they likely know about the Children of the Forest. They actually have fought before in a war that likely ended in some kind of pact or agreement, and they seem to still be enemies if they are in fact attacking this cave system. But do they know about bloodraven and who he is and what he does? Do they know about Bran now somehow? Is there somehow a connection there? So this may indicate that only the door is warded with magic and they can't get through that, but they can simply go around it by digging through the walls, or essentially digging through the earth, since this werewood tree is mounted on a big hill in the first place, and probably this entire network of caves. So perhaps the cave doesn't actually have the protection we thought it had, if they can just pull out their fucking spade shovels and dig. And if this is an attack, how can Bran and bloodraven and these guys fight the White Walkers? I mean, they're stuck in trees, and then you have Mira and Hodor who really can't do nothing against a White Walker army. But we know the Children of the Forest have Roman candles. I'm sorry, we know the Children of the Forest have magic, as we saw in the end of Season 4. So if the cave entrance is the only thing that's warded, perhaps they can simply get around it by digging holes in the earth. They can just kind of start digging here. Or here. Perhaps here. You get the idea. So this actually may back up what I said about Bran and bloodraven in the video that Val and I did on Bran's Season 6 predictions, and I said, and that kind of leads me to the question, if bloodraven's recruiting him to kind of be his replacement as the last Greenseer, then bloodraven knows he's going to die really soon, otherwise he could do it himself. Good point. So yeah, bloodraven may have known this was coming and recruited Bran to be the last Greenseer because he knew this was going to happen, and this may be the end for the Three-Eyed Crow. So if this is in fact an attack on bloodraven and the Children of the Forest, like I believe it to be, because again, I don't think they're getting coffee, then this may very well be the reason that Bran and them have to leave the cave, because they're getting attacked. This kind of destroys the notion that bloodraven is somehow on the side of the White Walkers. This has been something that people speculated about for years. Everybody's always questioned what bloodraven's up to, what his endgame is, who his allies are, and I have myself. I actually did a set of bloodraven videos, and I talked about this, and actually replied to a lot of people in the comments as well, that I think bloodraven is still loyal to the realm. I don't see any reason why he should be against the realm of men, because his entire life was based off loyalty to the realm, loyalty to his house Targaryen, since he was a legitimized bastard. He sacrificed everything for the kingdom, for the realm, including his honor, which got him sent to the the wall in the first place, I don't see any reason or any indication of why he should change that now, being 100-something years old and being part of werewood.net. So I think this kind of confirms, at least for me, that he is on the side of men, although again, in our story, there is no black and white, there's just a lot of gray. So this could also indicate why we have now this mystery man from the trailer that could be Benjen Stark or perhaps Cold Hands coming into our story now. This could be a really good reason why to bring in someone like Cold Hands to help protect Bran and Mira if they have to leave the cave system. And again, in our Bran prediction video, Val and I said we thought he would have to leave the cave system for some reason, just based off the picture of him on the horse leaning forward as if he's still crippled. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. I think this may have huge implications, having the White Walkers and their little army of dead people interact with Bloodraven, the Children of the Forest, and the Tree Cave, because this kind of confirms that they are against everybody else, and this kind of backs up what Val and I said in our Bran prediction video, that they will have to leave the cave. So next, Val and I will be doing our Season 6 predictions on Jon and Dany, so be on the lookout for those. In the meantime, you can click here on the last video I did, which was the Season 6 trailer breakdown, the entire in-depth breakdown, and you can also click here for a little update addendum video I did to the trailer, where there were a few scenes I wanted to kind of add to based off some of your feedback in the comments, as well as some other thoughts I had. So check those out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for all the support, you guys. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. A grande choca maca fucka lata, or more specifically, a grande mocha choca mucka